Presidente.
Welcome back to Let's Play Tropico with me, Squawk, and when we left off, well, yeah, we're actually finally breaking some ground on this mission, actually. It's now January 1962, but we've now nearly stashed away $20,000 in our Swiss bank account. The island is prosperous, it is growing quite nicely, actually. We have ourselves a real nice little town developing here, and soon we'll have electricity, which will give us a few new things to play with. Help us increase the output of a jewellery factory in the mine. Construction we're still waiting on though. We are waiting on the the new mine to be built eventually. We'll get there one day, hopefully. Just depends on what the construction workers are doing. And we actually have our new restaurant up and running, and it's doing a good trade actually. It's not made a profit yet, but now, I think now it's bringing in more people. We might see a trade coming in, though the fee is below the wages, so I don't know. Wages are getting a bit inflated on the island, but you know what? I don't give a shit, you know. I'm making sure I have an island of well-paid and happy people, and happy people is what we have. We've nearly got happiness above 50, which is a pretty nice, cool, and awesome thing for us. Church is doing a bit better now that we have 2 priests instead of just the 1. Education, we're still pumping out a few students. Our jewelry factory is now fully staffed, so hopefully now it'll be just raking in even higher profits. The Teamster's just taking a load out to the dock actually, so soon we'll have the dock coming in, and we've actually made a total profit out of the jewelry factory now. The total lifetime profit is $28,000. Not the greatest amount of profit, but it's been sort of fighting the odds really. And the mine's actually nearly brought in a total profit for $100,000 by the way. That is absolutely fantastic. Once we have the electricity plant done, which will be coming soon, we're going to use it to install a screener at the gold mine to increase the efficiency of our miners, and also a finishing shop in the jewellery factory in order to make our goods worth even more. So it's all good, it's all happening on Tropico now. There's a little seagull hanging around dustbins at the clinic. Someone must have chucked their dinner in there. Farming is at its best on Tropico. We've never had to touch farming really, apart from just the occasional wage increase, just to keep it in line with everyone's wages actually. I think it's probably high time we did another review of people's wages on the island. I think it might be time for another nationwide increase in wages, but I need to be careful that I'm not putting wages up too high, otherwise too much pay actually could actually start harming my economy, because I do need to keep moving money to the Swiss bank account. We're up to 18,000 now. The bankers are getting better at their jobs. They're starting to shift more and more money, so basically the goal is just to keep the bankers happy, keep a strong construction industry in the island as well, in order to keep making money off special construction permits. But that's just about it really. There isn't really too much I can do with this. I am wondering if I should maybe go back to skilled workers to try to avoid having to pay for power plant employees, since you need a college education to work in the power plant. But really I am just waiting on the mine to be one day completed. I don't know what's going on at the construction office really. I mean, it's actually fully staffed, so I'm not sure why stuff's going bad there, but we just bring up our almanac quickly. Let's have a look at wages, I guess. Where's pay? I mean, I think maybe, yeah, actually I haven't put the wages of the dock workers and the construction workers up, so we're actually the lowest earners at the bit, so I'm going to increase construction and docking wages up a little bit just to keep those guys happy, because that ain't fair, you know. They should be making their fair share as well, you know. These guys are still very essential to the economy. I mean, this is Chris Sheridan, a New Yorker who's also now a docker, so fucked about it. Yeah, he really hates his job right now. I mean, like, he's got no education, but yeah, he hates his job just because obviously his pay is so terrible. But now that I've bumped his wages up a bit, he might be a bit happier. I'm also wondering if maybe we should start to increase, expand Tropico's housing program. I mean, we've pretty much got everyone a roof over their heads, but maybe we should invest in a new class of housing. Maybe we should maybe we should build apartments now, which would be even better. Or, well, we can't buy conodon, I don't know what that word is, conodominoms. They require electricity, but they would basically provide the highest class of housing. There's also regular, just like little regular houses, luxury houses. They look nice. I guess you know, and yeah, we're really becoming very capitalist here. You know, maybe a new class of house would be cool. I mean, it does cost a bit of money to pay for these, but let's just face it, I've just got so much money now. I hope that's shifting to my bank account, by the way, guys. But you know, a nice new house for the upper class citizens. You know, this will be a house for the upper crust of my society. You know, screw what those communists were saying about income disparity being through the roof. I'm built. You know what? Those who are more valued to me get better shit. So in your face. Always in your face when we finally get some better construction workers. I'm gonna put the rent up higher here. You know, you got a rent of they won't pay more than a third of their monthly income. So what did I just put the rent up to? $6 a month. What's a third of 20? About 7? No, 7 would be too high. I'll leave it on $6. Then that'll enable the bankers to come. Don't know if priests would come. Maybe if I put them priests up to... No, I don't want to put priests up just yet. But at least we're getting some good priests. Maybe I'm gonna put a stop on hiring extra teachers though, just because I don't want more teachers in this society. I want two teachers is enough to provide enough workers for me. You know, and too many would be well, too many actually. Got a new man at least, Francio Lugios. And here's the Informe for this year as well. So what happened in 1962? Average wage jumped up about 10 cents. Alright, that's cool, that's cool. Threat to power is remaining very low. Next election should be in 1966, by the way. Happiness didn't move again, right. It's becoming a bit stagnant. Swiss bank account, yeah, we're up about $2,000 again. We could really use going up more, but we actually have just cleared 100 citizens, but as long as food quality stays at around the 70 level, we should be good on that. No tourists. Profits were good this year in terms of people, high number of citizenry. Income disparity slipped a little bit thanks to raising the pay of construction workers and dock workers. The Construction and Dock Worker Pay Rise Act of 1962. Average age is dropping a little bit. Food quality increased again up to 70, so that is brilliant. That might also be due in part to the restaurant actually. That'll be providing some good food. Overall respect dropped 1 point. No, alright, I'll let that one slip. Still getting good money off the Russians and the Americans. Profits we didn't make anything off mining and farming today, but we made a lot off. Oops, made a lot off industry, so that is fantastic again. I mean, but then again, next year I'm predicting that industry will tank again, mining will shoot up because, well, we seem to have a very inconsistent economy in this game. But either way, plan for this year is to basically create a higher class of citizens now, or at least a higher class of housing for my citizens, just provided the construction workers would get a shift on, because yeah, they are somewhat slow. I mean, at least the Teamsters are really working their asses off though. They're making sure stuff is getting to the market, so that's providing meals at last. It's provided a fair few meals in its lifetime actually, so I'm happy about that. And are you the shopkeeper or who are you? I've not seen this person before. This is Lola del Rio. She's from Quito, which is this neighborhood here, and she is a student. She's 15, has a household. Where does she live? Oh, she lives in a shack. Oh yeah, that's because she won't have any money. Yeah, students and retirees are basically gonna be in a shack, so that's where all of these guys are gonna be. So yeah, the problem with that is mainly just because either I've finally run out of housing space again, which actually means I may even need to put up another tenement, or it'll also just be due to I didn't enact social security on the island, and I'm not going to enact social security because I don't really feel like enabling a culture of welfare on the island. This is a culture of capitalism, not welfare. So yeah. Presidential slush fund. I just saw another banker going in. He's going to hopefully go in to keep doing my job, you know. This thing loses money, but you know, here we go. We just hit our first 20,000. So you know, 20 down, 30,000 to go. But time is ticking still. You know, we really need to increase the amount of money. I think after we've constructed the apartment, the power plant, and a new gold mine on the Peglegs Cove, which will one day be exploited, by the way, very soon. Just while we continue to mine up all this gold as well. But because yeah, we must be running out of gold pretty soon now. You know, there can't be that much gold left. What we will be doing is, I think I might build a second bank and just fill it up with more bankers, just to try and increase the rate of monetary movement, because that's what we probably could use. police station might also be a useful thing to build, though apparently crime safety is very good on the island. I think the people are so happy that they're not committing crimes. Good theory, good theory, good theory. Keep the people happy and they don't become crims. That is absolutely brilliant, actually. We don't need newspaper, TV station, armory. No, that's only if I'm investing in an army, which I'm not gonna, you know, screw with them. Can't build a prison, of course. Diplomatic ministry. I guess a diplomatic ministry just increases relationships with fellow people, but I would get a little bit of extra in the Swiss bank account if I built it, just for the special building permits. Radio station, or just an army base would bring in quite a bit to a Swiss bank account, but obviously I can't build one just yet. There are decorations to build still. You know what, I'm going to put a nice little fountain in the city. I'm going to put it near the jewellery factory. There we go. Oh, and it still has to be constructed as well by a construction worker. Right. That is going on high priority. I want that fountain being built near the jewellery factory just to make it look nice. And yeah, but I mean, no, she's not. How are we doing on that apartment complex?
The population of Tropico grows quickly. We now have over 100 citizens.
We passed 100 citizens quite a while ago, Mr. Narrator, dude. You gotta keep up, dude. You know, keep up. I can't snap my fingers, so I'm not. If you can hear a funny noise, that's just me attempting to click my fingers, but I'm terrible at it. So yeah, that's not going well. I wonder if I need to invest in a second Teamsters office. But then again, I have a lot of Teamsters, so they should be doing the work pretty quickly, actually. So, I mean, I'm not seeing like a load of goods being built up at the places, you know. There are currently 3 loads of jewellery being at the factory ready to go out. So I don't know if I need another Teamster or... Because Teamsters will also be moving food from the farms to the marketplace now, so... you know what, I think we should invest in a second Teamsters office, you know, and it's still more money into the, into my bank account, so let's go infrastructure. By the way, bank's considered infrastructure, by the way, that's a new thing to know. Right, new Teamsters office, so, I don't want to put it near the nice new housing complex. I'm going to put it there, you know, just near the other Teamsters office, you know, it's like the Teamsters complex here. That'll bring us in a bit more money. Anyone in work today? Only one banker's coming to his job. Right, that's a bit annoying. That means money's not going to be moving very quickly. I really need to... Hey, the apartment complex is done now, right? Hopefully we'll get some tenants in that. Hopefully the bankers will see, right, there's a nice upper crust of housing available. You know what, I'll just put the rent at $5 just to try and encourage maybe the churchgoers, well, not the churchgoers, why do I keep calling them, you know, the priests, the vicars and all that. Maybe they'll come and join the apartment complex as well, you know, the educated people get the nicer housing, or even the doctors, you know, the doctors should come here as well, you know. I'm gonna increase the doctor's wages to $19, just because I'm feeling nice, and also that brings them more or less level to the bankers as well, you know, because college education. Though I'm guessing I haven't raised the wages on. No, I don't really feel like raising the wages on immigration officers, actually. You know, I think they're doing a good enough job on their own. They're just stimulating immigration. So yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave them to it. You know, we're not getting too much immigration, and we're not getting too little immigration either. So I think we're gonna. Oh, and some people moved in actually. That's good news. But here is 1963's inform here. So what happened in 1963 then? Rent to power stayed low. Average wage dropped a little bit. That hints to me that there might have been a little rise in unemployment. We'll have to just quickly check the job sheet. Happiness has dropped, however, by 1 point. That's not making me happy. That. Right, we might have to have a little look into that. Happiness factors. Let's have a look. Housing quality could use a kick up the ass. Maybe I do need to start shifting away from tenements. Religion, not doing bad. Healthcare actually is pretty low. Right, maybe it's time we built a second clinic in Tropico. That might be it. You know, maybe we do need another one, but you know, overall, people are contented at least, I guess. You know. Anything else about people, by the way? Disparity. Oh, actually, just Swiss bank account. Yeah, right. Nearly $3,000. Well, $2,000 again, but you know, it'd be nice to get maybe like $3,000 a year or something. Income disparity then. It's dropping more. It's dropped to 130 now, so that's a little bit better for me. That'll be due to raising the wages of a doctor, maybe. Average age is at 30. Food quality's sitting pretty at 70. Respect is still slipping out, and now happiness is too. Right, the people are getting a little bit fidgety. I might have to look into other ways of improving their lives. Threat to power is still very low. Happiness, blah blah blah. Still getting good money off the foreign powers. That's just it. Good money off the foreign powers. blah 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 blah. Once more, I predicted it, you know, told you so. Industry down, mining up, you know, it's bloody weird economy I live in here. Very, very weird. You just can't make heads or tails. Right, how are we doing in jobs then? Do we have unemployed? That's what I want to know. We have students. Nope. No unemployed. Everyone has a job, you know. That is good. We still managed to maintain 100% employment somehow. Could use more bankers, more bankers, you know. You know, what society doesn't need more bankers? You know, we always need more bankers. But that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed. And next time on Tropico, we'll hopefully have a power plant up. New Teamsters office up, and then maybe one day. Oh, it is, but oh wow, it is up now actually. Good. Right, manning up Pegleg's Cove now. Brilliant. So actually, that second Teamsters office is going to come in handy. So I'm going to need Teamsters to haul stuff from the Pegleg's Cove. These miners are on 10 a month, though. These ones are only on 7 a month. So right, you get your wages increased to 10 a month as well. May as well make you just as valuable as my existing miners. So hopefully they will be happy now. Maybe that was a drop in happiness. They were just grumpy at their pay. You never know. But that's where we're going to leave it for this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you all on the next episode of Tropico. See you there, folks.
Presidente,